Is this the end of asylum claims in Canada as we know them? A brand new bill recently introduced in the Canadian Parliament could completely change the way refugee protection works in the country. If passed, it would bar thousands of people from ever making a claim and give the government sweeping new powers over immigration. In this video, we break down Bill C2, what it means, who it affects, and why it's sparking major concern. So keep watching.
Canada has long been seen as a beacon of hope for people fleeing war, persecution, and danger. However, Canada's asylum system has also been misused by certain individuals who have treated it like an easy pathway to immigrate to the country. On June 3, 2025, the federal government tabled a bill that could drastically limit who qualifies for asylum and expand government control over immigration. The bill is officially titled An Act Respecting Certain Measures Relating to the Security of the Border Between Canada and the United States and Respecting Other Related Security Measures. But you'll probably hear it referred to as Bill C2. Let's walk through what's in this bill and why it might mark a turning point in Canada's refugee policy. The most dramatic change, the bill would make many foreign nationals ineligible to claim refugee protection in Canada. Here's how. First, if someone entered Canada after June 24, 2020 and waited more than 1 year to make a refugee claim, they'd be disqualified. This means people who've been living in Canada for years, thinking they could apply later, could now be blocked from doing so entirely. Second, anyone who crossed into Canada irregularly from the US, that is, not through an official port of entry, would also be ineligible to make a claim. That's a big shift. Under current laws, irregular crossers can still claim asylum as long as they wait 14 days after entering Canada. This bill eliminates that option. These changes would apply retroactively to any claims made after the bill's introduction, even though the claimants had no idea the rules were about to change. There will be some exceptions, but they'll be decided later through regulations. The bill doesn't stop at refugee claims. It also gives the government broad new powers over immigration. The governor in council, essentially the federal cabinet, would be able to stop certain immigration applications from being processed altogether, suspend or even terminate ongoing applications, cancel, suspend, or change conditions on immigration documents like permits or visas, and it doesn't end there. The bill would require individuals to appear before immigration officials for questioning, something that could lead to more detentions or removals depending on how it's enforced. In short, it gives the government more control with fewer checks and balances. The bill also gives new powers directly to immigration officers, including the ability to terminate or suspend applications under certain rules, cancel or change immigration documents, require people to appear for examination, and even withdraw or abandon claims that haven't been formally referred yet. Plus, if a refugee claimant is outside Canada, the government would now be required to suspend their claim proceedings. This could mean that traveling, even for an emergency, could jeopardize your case. Another big change, the bill proposes amendments to allow more disclosures of personal information. This might mean that immigration authorities could share your private data with other government departments. So is this bill already law? Not yet. Here's how it works. Every bill in Canada must go through 3 readings in the House of Commons and then the same in the Senate. If both chambers approve, it goes to the Governor General for royal assent, and only then does it become law. Right now, Bill C2 is only at the first reading, so there's still time for debate, amendments, and possibly pushback. But if passed in its current form, it could shut the door on thousands of asylum seekers and give the government the kind of power we haven't seen in years. So, is this the end of asylum claims in Canada? Not entirely, but it could be the beginning of a very different era. This bill represents a significant shift in policy and tone, one that prioritizes border control and national security over humanitarian access and due process. Whether you support it or oppose it, everyone, immigrants, refugees, advocates, and legal professionals need to pay attention. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on Canadian immigration. Let us know in the comments. Do you think Bill C2 goes too far, or is it necessary to protect the system? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video very soon.